they're basically saying, this thing's incredible, this thing's amazing. And you're like, yeah, this thing's really important to me.
Yes.
And at the end of it, they go, guess what, bitch? That's all because of mining.
Yeah.
And you hate mining. But guess what? Without it, you don't get all these things that you love. Authorised by the Commonwealth Government, Canberra.
As you know, I listen to a lot of podcasts. So I hear a lot of podcast ads. And sometimes I'll be doing things and I won't even notice that I'm listening to an ad, and then I have to go, oh, this is an ad, and then I either pay more attention or I skip forward or whatever. But don't skip our ads because don't do that. But like if I'm like listening on Spotify or whatever.
The great whack sponsors, never skip our ads.
But I was listening on Spotify and I actually had to rewind to concentrate on this ad that I heard because I was so like shocked by what was being promoted. So I thought I was listening to a sunscreen ad. Like I thought it would be at the end, it would say Cancer Council sunscreen or something, you know, or like, I don't know, La Roche-Posay sunscreen for your face. Oh,
that's what I use.
And well, that is a good one because it's not so oily. And Avene is also really good if you're looking for like a bigger bottle. It's still a spray. This is not an ad, but I'm just a redhead, so I can point you in the direction of good.
This is not an ad for sunscreen. I'm just a redhead.
Got to know your strengths as a redhead, and my strengths are burning, but also avoiding burning.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to this ad, and I hear all this talk about sunscreen, and the like minerals that go into sunscreen, and I'm thinking, okay, well, it's a sunscreen ad, and then I like tune out for a second, and then I tune back in, and it's like actually an ad for natural mineral mining.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah. And so then that's when I like backwards rewound. It's been a long Christmas. I can't remember my words.
Did the backwards. I went backwards.
I did the backwards. You press the backwards button. I rewound and actually, sorry, sidebar. Do people know what rewind means? Like, do young people know? Do young people understand rewind and fast forward? So.
I was at a thing once, and there was a guy who was around my age, and we were talking about play record.
Yeah.
When you record things off the radio, and there was a person who was 23 there who looked at me as if I was speaking an entirely different language that she'd never heard before. So, yeah, maybe they don't know rewind, fast forward.
So what would we say? Go back 15 or
skip.
back
It's skip. It's skip. They call that skip, whereas we wouldn't call it skip.
But
skip would mean
forward, right? So
no, but skip would mean
skip back.
You'd skip back, yeah.
Well, that's dumb. Rewind is a better word, and I'm going to stick with that. So I rewound. And
trust me, I look at the stats.
Again.
No Gen Zers are watching or listening to our pod, so you're fine.
Oh, that's a shame. So I rewound and I listened, and it was about sunscreen, and it was talking about how Australians, we've got a lot of sun, we've got a lot of sun exposure, we spend a lot of time in the sun in the summer, we need to make sure we've got our sunscreen. And did you know that sunscreen is made from natural minerals? And and then listed all these like chemically sounding names.
Yes.
And then it like flipped into an ad about the actual mineral mining.
Yeah.
And about how the mineral mining is like a good industry and this, that, and whatever.
Yeah. That's how I get you now.
Yeah. And I was really quite confused because like I know people who have listened to a podcast or two and now they think sunscreen is bad for you. They think that it's a chemical, and it is a chemical. But I have to break it to you, everything's a chemical. So like my mum, for example, won't wear sunscreen anymore, but she'll put Botox in her forehead. So like these
but one
types
benefits her and the other one does not, in her opinion. So, but also I saw these podcasts that keep coming up. Oh God, and I've got to stop watching them because my algorithm is so haunted. It's so haunted. You thought like when we worked in the same building together, you thought it was haunted then. My fucking God, it's bad now. And it's because I'm so interested in so much human behavior that I stop on the most awful things and I watch them and then they just keep getting served to me. But there was like in these podcasts, these same people who talk about, because I only see clips, I'm not listening to the whole thing. There's someone who says like sunscreen is bad for you. This one guy who lives in America and he was like, I've never put sunscreen on once. Look at me. And I'm like, okay, all right. That might be true.
All right.
You might have never put sunscreen on and because you're like all the chemicals in it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, never is a bullshit lie because you're a child and your parents would have slapped
sunscreen on you.
Yeah, someone has put
100%,
sunscreen on you at some time. So partially a lie. But also, you don't know the Australian sun. Don't at me when you haven't been here and you don't know the difference because I tell you what, the backpackers that I've met over my years, they have got here and they've gone, holy fuck. And I've gone, I get it. Look how red you are. Yeah. You didn't understand. You thought that the sun was the same. But they're not the same sun. Because when I was in the US, I was like, wow, I'm just not. I like tanning really nicely, but I'm not burning here.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Australia. Where you burn, baby, unless you have incredible.
We got a hole in the ozone layer from the sun burning through it and like chemicals and stuff. But like there's a hole and we burn. I, aforementioned redhead, got a real tan while I was in the Greek islands. Oh. A real one. That is literally against my nature. Like that, I can't tan. I've never once. The tan on my skin, this is actually me with a fake tan on right now. That's how pale I am.
Wait, I need to look at the big screen.
Yeah, I know. Like it's a light tan, but I am the epitome of redhead skin, okay? I throw purple. And I got a natural tan in the Greek islands because their ozone layer is intact or something. I don't know what's going on, but it's different, right? So in Australia, we need the freaking sunscreen. And you could find any like podcast or whatever on the planet that will back up one of your theories. So if your theory is that you think sunscreen is bad for you, there will be an expert on some podcast being run by probably a straight white man that says sunscreen is bad for you. But I think like the Cancer Council who have done all this research into sunscreen and cancer and the council have probably got the stats right. Yeah. And sunscreen is good for us. But I was just really shocked that this ad is like promoting the mineral mining for the sunscreen. I heard another version of it and they were promoting something else. Like I can't remember because it didn't.
The whole thing at the moment is they're basically saying this thing's incredible, this thing's amazing, and you're like, yeah, this thing's really important to me. And at the end of it, they go, guess what, bitch? That's all because of mining, and you hate mining. Yeah. But guess what? Without it, you don't get all these fucking things that you love. Authorized by the Commonwealth Government, Canberra.
Right. So okay. Good one. He's done a few of those in his time. So this is what I was going to ask you. Like, what do we think the goal is? Because to me, when I heard it, I was like, oh, is this to make the sunscreen like non-believers? Because we know a few. No,
it has nothing to do with the sunscreen.
You don't think it's got to do with the sun? Because I initially was like, wow, is this being marketed for the people who did get sucked into thinking that sunscreen's bad for you?
Yeah.
Or is it just for like Gina Reinhardt?
I think it's for the big what's his name? Yeah, it's for Gina and it's for that Twiggy Forrest.
Twiggy loves a mine.
Yeah, loves a mine. It's to try and change the narrative on mining for being these people taking our natural resources and selling them for a profit. And then a lot of the profits don't actually come to Australians. And because if you look at like the money, like all the gas that we've sold over the years, how much that the Australian people get from that, it's fucking nothing. So I think what they're trying to do is we're trying to change the narrative. Sorry, quick. I think I interrupted you. Did you say one of our friends doesn't believe in something?
No, another one of our friends' dads.
Which one could it be? It doesn't really
Kind of like my mum, but like the dad version. I don't want to give him away.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I think I can't say it, obviously. Okay, yeah. No, I've got.
So he doesn't believe in sunscreen anymore.
He doesn't believe in sunscreen. Yeah, okay. You can, again, it's like Jesus. You can believe in it. You can not believe in it. That's up to you. Like whatever you want to believe in is your thing.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to believe in it,
there's a bit of science though when it comes to sunscreen. Like,
you know what? But when you say, here's the thing. Now, I don't know if you've encountered this, and I know I'm pivoting a little bit away.
Here he goes.
I'm pivoting a little bit away from the story.
He doesn't believe in sunscreen.
No. I believe in sunscreen. We took the dogs to the dog park yesterday, and it was a hot day here in Melbourne, and I was like lathered. I was ready.
Yeah, good. Turned white.
And I'm almost ready to wear a hat, even though I can't wear hats because my head's so fucking big. But
God, I'd love to see you in a hat. That would be crazy.
I try to make sure that doesn't happen in public all too often. But, oh fuck. Okay, you know when you say things like, "Oh, it's backed by science."
Yeah.
Science kind of fucked itself with the COVID jab. And I'm not.
He's doing it. He's doing it. He's starting 2026 as a COVID non-believer. He's starting 2026 as someone who believes COVID is a myth.
No, I fully believe that COVID's real, even though you and I were working in the media at the time and we were a part of the propaganda machine that was COVID. But I also, here's what I can simultaneously believe. I believe that we needed as a society to go through all the processes of a thing that we didn't understand to try and understand it and to be as safe as possible because I completely believe that COVID was real. I had COVID. That one, it was the Delta, not the Omicron, because I had Omicron, it was fine. But I had the Delta and I was bad. Like I was really, really bad.
Yeah.
And I've never been that sick before in my life. And I was like, holy fuck. Now, I know that it's just some sort of flu and whatever. I understand that, but it was still bad and heaps of people died. So it was very important for us to go through a thing. The problem was now we rushed things and partially the people who were like against the jab, now I can look at that and I can go, okay, I think you went about it the wrong way. And I also think a lot of governments went about it the wrong way. And I hope that in future we go about it correctly. I don't know if we will. But it's so hard now because scientists were saying that we absolutely needed the jab, but it wasn't fully tested. You know what I mean? Like we don't know the long-term effects. We don't know all this stuff. And so I can look at that and go, every time I say something about scientists now, and I just think of those people who are like, I didn't get the jab. I'm fine. I got all the jabs. Oh, bar one.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get the last one.
I don't know. I stopped after 2. I don't know.
I'm fine. Like I'm fine.
There's nothing wrong with me. Yeah.
So people just need to chill out. But there's just something about saying scientists have backed it up now. It just feels a little bit weaker now. Okay,
but I think you can say science and sunscreen.
Yeah, to me,
like that's a bit long. That's been a bit longer in the making and the scientific research than COVID, which is only 5 years.
And the same people on those podcasts
we've been wearing
who say
sunscreen for a long time.
Yes, those same people who say that they don't believe in sunscreen. There was another guy who was like, I don't drink water. I've never drunk water. Water is rusting your body from the inside out. That's literally a podcast clip that I watched. And I was like,
that is so dumb and so funny. That is so
I was like, what do you mean you don't
dumb.
believe in fucking water? We are made
Even
of
if
water,
you're not drinking
you
a
fucking
glass
idiot.
of it, you're drinking water in some
Everything.
way. Like
There's
there is
water in
if
meat.
if you had no water, you wouldn't be alive. So shut the fuck up, you dummy.
Anyway.
Like that is so anyway. Anyway, this is all because I heard a really weird ad and I was just shocked and I thought that it was because they were trying to get the sunscreen non-believers, but you just think
No,
it's
it's all about mining. No,
and
they've
I've
done
been
it. They're
got.
doing they're doing it with a bunch of other things too. They're talking about, they even go to, like, they talk about all the things that make the solar panels on your roof come from mining.
Yeah.
So all of those products could not have been
Right.
made without mining. Your
Without
smartphone,
the mining.
without all the things
Yes.
that mining brings. And
Yeah.
again, because I'm a person who likes to live in the real world, I can look at it and go, the mining profiteers that are taking all of this and making all this money off it, I think that the minerals and resources that are from Australia should be decided by Australians. It shouldn't be
Yes.
a mining company making all the profits and then it's not actually enriching our country in the way that I think it should. But also, we do need mining. If we don't mine for minerals, we don't have all these products. So the propaganda is correct in some form. So where does that put us? I don't know, but I can see both sides of the story.
Can I, while we're talking about podcast ads, it was before Christmas.
Okay.
And it was for Clarendon Homes
Right.
to
So a
give the
developer.
gift they really want this Christmas.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, who the fuck is buying someone a house for Christmas? Do you think anyone heard that ad and they were like, yeah, I'll buy a house for Christmas?
Yes. There are people who are that wealthy. Oh, God, do I tell this story? Yeah, why not? So I was...
Did you buy a house from Clarendon ad?
No, I did not buy... Yeah. Hit us in the comments. Did you do it? Did you hear that ad and go...
Did you do it?
I was like, gift giving's really hard. Let's just give a house.
Yes, I want to buy my kid a house.
I was at a wedding for a then friend and
Scandal.
a couple of friends, and they were getting married, and they got given a house. And by the parents of each couple of the people, they were like, yeah, so we've gone in and we've bought you this house. And I was like, because, you know, like my family, we're not the richies, and that's fine. But like I was obviously emceeing this wedding because I MC every fucking wedding that I go to. And I must have looked shook because the table of friends that I was close to in our circle, they all looked at me and they were laughing so hard because my brain couldn't process that they were just given a house.
I wonder if they heard the ad and they were like, oh, well, we'll just buy them a house for the wedding.
Clarendon have been doing it for years. All right. All of your thoughts and feelings are very, very important because we like reading them. We like replying to as many as we can, even though I have to teach Courts how to look at the app properly because she misses a lot of comments when it's her turn to reply. You miss them.
I can't do anything right.
No, I've tried to tell you that
do you ever
you're
want
not.
me here?
You know, you're not seeing all of them because it's dumb. Because YouTube and the app.
I unclick and then
No,
I
you
do
have
it
to click
anyway.
something else. You're not seeing all of them. I see you go and reply to a bunch, and I'm like, why don't you reply to these ones? It's because you're not seeing them. You're not seeing them. And that's not on you, boo. That's on YouTube. YouTube has made it harder for some reason, and I don't know why. Anyway, we love if your comment doesn't get replied to, is because Courts didn't change the setting and she hasn't seen the comment. Because there's been some comments like directed at Courts and she hasn't replied, and I'm like, that's so weird that you would reply to the other ones but not this one. Anyway, we do love seeing your comments and all of your thoughts and feelings. And remember, if you're a wackadoo, let us know with wackadoo in the comments. And if you're confused, it's WAC-A-DOO. Okay? Because I saw wookadoo in one of them and I was like, I love wookadoo, but it has nothing to do with Wilko and Courts.
Maybe a different podcast.
I do. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.